And we're going to start on page 97 in grammar. 97. Getting close to 100. Okay. 97, it says learn it, but this is really more a review. You already know the differences between phrases and clauses, but I'm just going to go over those again with you so you can remember. They're both groups of words in a sentence. So the first one talks about a phrase is a group of words that contains either a noun or a verb, never both. But I will tell you almost 100% of the time, it does not have a verb. And the main phrase that you guys already know so far is the prepositional phrase, which never has a verb. So the easiest way to remember the difference between phrases and clauses is that phrases, most of the time, they don't have a verb. It's just a preposition and some other words and a noun. That's different than the clause because the clause is a group of related words that contains both a subject and a verb. They have both. So the main clause, is the main part of the sentence. It can stand alone as a sentence. It expresses a complete thought. So every sentence has a main clause. And then what we add to that sentence, those are called dependent clauses. That's where we have a bunch of these. The who, which clause, the that clause, the adverb clause, because clause. I feel like I'm missing one. But those are all the clauses that we add to the main clause. Okay, that's what they do. Okay, so you've learned these three main ones of the dependent clause. It says who, which, that, and adverb clause. So what we're going to do here is a little practice to determine if these groups of words are either phrases or clauses. So what we're going to do is read the group of words first, then look for a verb. If there is a verb in the group of words, it's a clause. If there's no verb, it's a phrase. So Esther, I'm going to have you do the first one. Just read the group of words and tell me if you think it's a phrase or a clause.
He approached the log.
Yep.
Uh,
Does it have a
I
verb?
think yes.
Yes. So what does that make it? Clauses have subject verb pairs. So clauses
Okay.
have the verbs.
So it's a phrase?
No, it's actually a
No?
clause
Oh, okay. Sorry.
because that's okay because it has.
Sorry, you glitched on my side.
Oh, weird. Okay, yeah. So, I don't know why there's such a glare, but anyway, I'm just going to mark approached as a verb here. Let me turn off this light, maybe it's a little better. Um, Approached is the verb, so that makes it a clause because all the clauses have subject verb pairs. How about the next one, Emma? Read this group of words here.
Near the tall oak tree.
Good. Is that a phrase or a verb? I mean, a phrase or a clause?
I don't see a verb.
Good.
I think it's a phrase.
Yes, good. I like how you talked that out loud. If you don't see a verb, then it's a phrase. How about Dakota, the next one? Oh, this one.
Um, a phrase
Well, read it first.
that was 100 years old.
Whoops. Oh my goodness. I'm having trouble with my light. Sorry. Okay, that was 100 years old. Was is actually a verb. So what does that make it?
A clause.
A clause. And you'll know also with that word that, it's actually a that clause. Okay, that's another clue. So Eliana, the next group of words.
The stranger stood.
Okay, is there a verb?
Yes.
Yes. Stood. So is it a phrase or a clause?
It's a phrase.
It's actually a clause. So I'm going to have you guys put up here at the top has, verb, and then draw an arrow down so you remember that the clauses have verbs. Phrases
Oh,
do
okay.
not. Yeah, that's okay. It's just taking a little bit to get used to the pattern here,
Yeah,
but
I was explaining that stuff while I was grabbing my grammar book. I forgot it in my room.
oh, okay. You're a little glitchy or your microphone is a little weird, but I heard most of that. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah. How about Esther? How about the next one?
Okay, beneath a full moon.
Okay, do you see a verb?
No.
No.
So it's a phrase?
So it's a phrase. Yep. Beneath is a preposition, so that's another clue. And then Emma, the last one?
Which shone brightly.
Yes. Which one is that? You see a verb in there?
Yeah, I think shone is a verb.
Shown is a verb.
Isn't it supposed to have a noun too, though? Or just a verb?
Well, it doesn't have to have, it's supposed to have a subject. That's a good point. And the subject here would be which. It's a which clause, basically.
Okay.
So,
So a
yeah.
clause then?
Yep, so it's a clause. That's a good point, though. So which would be the subject for this one up here? Stranger is the subject. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a noun, but a lot of times it is because it's the subject of the sentence. And then that is a pronoun here. That's going to add, that's going to make that a subject. And then he is the subject. So that's a good point, though. I'm glad you mentioned that because it does have to have a subject verb pair. All right. Down below that, they want you to match the words that begin those clauses. So the first one's pretty easy, the that clause. You're just going to draw a arrow. Oh, I skipped who, which, but that is that, obviously. That's easy. Who, which, that's another easy one. Who, and oops, not while. No, not that one. Who, and then which is way over here. So I'm just going to kind of draw a line through everything to get to which. And then there's the adverb clause. So, Dakota, do you remember the www.asia words? You see them in there?
I think I do.
Okay,
Uh, when,
good. When is one.
while,
Yep, while is one.
um, as,
As is one. Good.
it,
Not it. There's the S in
since,
Asia. Since. There you go. So remember the www.asia. Go ahead, Eliana. Did you have something to say?
Well, I was just gonna say if say it for
You want to say it?
sure.
Yeah. What's the what?
www.asia, right?
Yeah.
When, while, where, has, since,
Yes.
if,
Yes.
although,
Yes. And then in grammar
whereas,
we had a dot B. What was the B?
because.
There you go. You got it. Maybe you already said it, but yes, good job. So it already has it connected to if, and that was one of them. So very good. So the last one says none. And the word it, that's a pronoun. So that's not going to start a clause. Then is not going to start a clause, and at is not going to start a clause. So those do not belong to clauses. The rest of them we already connected. The very last thing here, Esther, do you remember every clause contains a blank and a blank? Remember what that is?
Subject and a Predicate?
Not a predicate. No, not a predicate. What do we mark up
Noun?
here for clauses? Subject and
Verb.
there you go. Every clause contains a subject and a verb. All right, that's the end of that practice page. Let's go on to page 99 now. And Emma, could you please read the sentence today?
Until that day, Robin had never met a larger man. Usually, Robin towered over others.
Nice. Towered is our vocabulary. That just means like very tall. Just means above everybody else. Check. One article, find that by yourself. And then Dakota, how about the nouns?
Kernel. Like a foreign kernel.
Day,
Good.
Robin,
Yep.
Man,
Good.
Robin.
Good. There's a pronoun. Eliana, where's the pronoun?
Others?
Yes, others. Good. So normally it's like he or she or it, but this time it's others. It's talking about a group of people. And then two adjectives, Esther.
Adjectives?
Yes, please.
Okay. Let me see. So we got the PR.
So you're gonna look at those nouns, look before the noun, and see if there's a word that tells more about the noun.
Usually?
Usually it's going to be an adverb that has the
Oh,
ly
okay.
adverb, but so look at a different noun. That's the one that doesn't have an adjective.
Larger. It's
Yeah, that's
describing.
one. Yep. Adjective there, larger, good.
Is that?
Yes, that is an
Really?
adjective. Yep, because it's telling which day is it? It's that day.
It's not a very descriptive adjective.
True. That is very true, but that is technically an adjective. So those are the two. Good job.
Okay.
Yeah. We already found one adverb. Usually that has ly, but Emma, where's the other one? It's going to tell when.
Never?
Yes, never. Good. So that's what adverbs do, is tell when something happens sometimes. And then I'm going to skip down to the verbs next and come back to the other things. So Dakota, where are the verbs at?
Met,
Good.
You done?
towered,
Good. There's one more.
had,
Good. You got it. Nice. Those are the verbs. Now, Eliana, who are the subjects?
Robin?
Yep.
Is it Robin again on the
It's
bottom?
Robin again. Yes. Very good.
No vowels.
That's right.
This
So
is
Esther, this time,
not normal
oh, that's it. Just those two. You got it.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're going to do the main clauses. Remember, they contain a subject verb pair, but I will give you a clue that they're not going to include the openers in this one.
Okay, let me see. So wait, when you said they're not going to include the openers, that means they're not going to include the subject verb pairs?
No, they
Or
have to include the subject verb
yeah, that's
pair.
what okay.
Yeah.
So and how many until that day Robin have never met a larger man?
So until that day is actually the opener here. So we're going to start with
Oh, okay.
Robin. Yeah.
Robin
Robin
had
had,
never met a larger man.
there you go. Okay. What about the other one?
Usually Robin towered over others.
So again, we're not going to use that opener. So
Oh,
it's going to
right,
start.
right.
Yeah. Yep.
Robin towered over others.
So it might help you guys Oh, you know what we should have done was put our period in. I think that might have helped you. So a period goes here after a man. That means there's two totally separate sentences here. And then it might have helped to find that prepositional phrase too. So if that helps you during your homework, you can move around on the list. You know what I mean? So how about Emma? Um, what about those prepositional phrases? Where are those?
Over others.
Over others is one.
Until that day.
Until that day. Very good. Now we've got two openers. So Dakota, what kind of an opener is this first one?
Prepositional.
Yes. Do you remember what number that is?
I think it's 2.
Yes, good. Two. Prepositional. And then how about this sentence starts with usually? What kind of an opener is that?
ly.
It's an adverb, right? So ly adverb, what
Adverb.
number?
I think 5.
No, not 5. It's actually 3.
Oh,
3
okay.
is the ly adverb. So remember, 1 is subject, 2 is prepositional phrase, 3 is adverb. We skipped 4, and 5 we haven't learned yet. 6 is the VSS, so we'll be talking about that soon too. But okay, go ahead and find the capitals. That's easy. Do that. And then the 2 end marks, we got 1, so put the other period here, and then that's it. Good job, you guys. Any questions about today's lesson or any questions about your homework this last week?
I have a question.
Okay.
At the end, can we read the papers?
I am going to wait until you finish the paper because you guys only have the first. So next week, because you'll have both paragraphs done. All right, we're done with grammar for now. Go ahead and get out your binders and get out everything for coconut crabs that you guys worked on.
Coconut crabs.
Coconut crabs, yes.
Oh, I have a question.
Yeah.
Were we supposed to turn in like that, just the keyword outline, or this whole paper,
Oh, as far as the
or
outline,
the fused one?
yeah, I really want you to take a picture. I know it's going to be a far away picture to fit the whole thing, but just basically the whole page.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think my mom turned it all in.
He
Okay.
wants us to take a picture of this and send it. Okay, okay, I didn't know if he did.
Yeah. I have not had a chance to grade everybody's yet this week, but that's good. I want to see how you put together your fused since some of you are new to that. So that's why I want you to take a big picture, like a far away picture with it. All right. So last week we talked about the body of the coconut crab. And we have several other topics to choose from here that we made a list when we read or skimmed actually the articles, and we made this giant list. So here's where you guys are going to have a chance to actually choose what your second paragraph is about. Now, I do want you to notice some of these topics only are in one article. So I want you to combine if that's the case. So if you do diet and strength, that one's pretty easy because it's already in A, B, and C. Humans is only in A and B, but you could combine that one if you chose humans. I'm just going to put a little dot here with endangered because that would give you A, B, and C. Habitat and behavior, Those are only in B, so that makes it a little bit trickier to decide on that one. What you could do if you really like one of those, like you want to talk about the habitat or behavior, you could combine it with diet and strength, meaning use B for one of these. So if you want to talk about their diet and strength in A, and then their habitat in B and diet in C, and I'm talking about those top 3 source outlines from each source. Does that make sense, you guys? So you can decide what combination you want to include in your paragraph. Yes, Esther, do you have a question?
Yes, I was wondering, what if I wanted to do behavior, and endangered?
Um, you could do that, habit, behavior. Let me think about that because they're
All right, please write the word
not habit, habitat. Habitat
Yeah, sorry.
behavior. Yeah, that's okay. I think you would want to include the human, like A here. So you could do that. Let me do like a box here. You could do like humans and then combine these two together. And then this
Okay.
one, you know what I mean? So you could pull from both of these paragraphs from B because they kind of go
Okay.
together. And then endangered. So I put a little square here so you could see you could combine those
Got
together.
it.
That would probably work. Um, so in the chat, let's go ahead and put what you're thinking. What would you like to write for you? Because you get a choice for your second paragraph. You could do, and I'll put a star by diet. So that one would be by itself, diet and strength. You could do a
Yeah.
combination of humans and endangered, or you could do a combination of humans, habitat and behavior, and endangered.
I was thinking about including their habitat and them being endangered,
Mm-hmm.
and the diet probably, because the diet is interesting.
That's going to be hard to combine in one big paragraph. I guess you could, because the endangered part is coming from humans. Like it's because humans are eating them and they're hunting them. So I don't know if that would work. That might be too many topics in one paragraph. So I don't think that's a good idea. I would leave out endangered. You could combine diet, habitat, and behavior.
Oh, okay.
I think endangered is kind of more specific to the humans' interaction with
That makes
them.
sense.
Yeah. So I see Dakota's got human coexistence, but what are you going to add to that? Endangered too, since you have a C here. So what we're trying to do is be able to use all 3 articles in this assignment. Some other assignments we're not going to need to, but in this one, they want you to use something to kind of make one topic out of each of the articles combined. So Emma's got diet, strength, and habitat. That would work. That would work, Emma. So for B, you would focus on the habitat for the B part. And we're going to set that up in just a second. And then the A and C, you would focus on their diet and strength. Habitat, behavior, and endangered. With the humans coexistence too. Is that what you're saying, Dakota?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. All right, while you guys are thinking if you want to add your thoughts, you can on chat, but let's turn your outline over to the back. We need to get it set up so you can know exactly what you're filling out here. So in the first box, like we did on the front, let's put A. And then
S.
this is going to be Roman numeral 2 because this is your second paragraph. So make sure it's a 2 and then 1 through 5. 4 and 5 are in parentheses like that. B, Roman numeral 2. C, Roman numeral 2. And fused in the middle, fused outline, Roman numeral 2. And then we did 1 through 7, and 7 was optional. And the word clincher. Okay, thumbs up if you got that set up. Okay, sweet, good. I see that. So let me look back at the chat. Dakota, you're gonna do human coexistence, habitat behavior, and endangered. So I would just make note of that. Humans coexistence, for yours, you would put that here on A. Put in, I'm not going to write it because I don't want people to get confused, but you're going to put humans coexistence here under A. B
It's E.
is going to be habitat, comma, behavior for you, Dakota. And then C is going to be endangered. So even though it looks like all 3 topics are different, they fit together. So basically, you're talking about their existence, right? How they live, their habitat, their behavior, and then their coexistence with humans. So here, you will basically combine those 3 parts of their life in the fused, and then you'll combine those. But that's going to be a little tricky for you, Dakota. I think you got this though. When you do the fused, you got to make sure that you group together the same types of facts so that it flows. Okay. Like maybe starting with their habitat and behavior. And then actually, I would start with, if you're talking about the fused, I would start with the behavior and then go into the habitat and then go into coexisting with humans. Does that make sense, Dakota? When you're doing the fused.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And then for Emma, you've got diet and strength or diet and habitat, whichever you decide. So B would be your habitat, and then diet and strength would be A and C for you. All 3, Emma? Yeah. Well, diet and strength are kind of together, so that works. You could do that for A and C, and then habitat for B. Does that make sense for you, Emma? Okay. And then for, what did you decide on, Esther?
Sorry, give me a sec. I think I'm probably gonna do humans crab coexisting
Coexistence
and the behavior.
and the behavior. And
Yeah.
you still need,
Oh wait, sorry, and endangered, sorry.
yeah, that's the best. I think that's a good one. So for yours, on A and B, put humans coexistence, and then D or C is going to say endangered. For
Okay.
yours, okay. And then how about you, Eliana? Which ones did you pick?
So,
Um, habitat, behavior, and endangered.
Habitat behavior endangered?
Yeah.
Yeah, except for you need an A. You need something from A. So if you like the
Oh.
idea of doing these two things, I would choose this one too.
Humans
Human.
coexistence,
Uh,
habitat, and endangered.
yeah.
Okay.
Humans. Actually, hold on. Yeah.
Okay.
So for A, you would put humans coexistence. B, you would put habitat behavior, and then C, endangered. And then you're going to combine all that in your fused, but you'll group them together when you do that part. All right, I just want to make sure everybody knows what you're doing for your second paragraph. Give me a thumbs up if you know what your topic is. Good. Yay. Okay. So now I'm just going to give you some time in class to start working on it. So make sure that your article matches which outline you're filling out. So whatever your topic is here under A, make sure you go to Article A, find that paragraph, and look for your facts and start filling it out. And I'll be right here. I'm going to give you time in class so you don't have as much to do later. So let me know if you have any questions.
Well, one you need to make it look like 10, right? Turn. No. This is where the syllable breaks, right? You have any vowels in here? Vowels?
I forgot which ones I was doing. Can I see them again?
What are your vowels?
Do you have this on your page on the front?
I
Yeah,
think so. Wait.
I
it
thought
should.
you said you were doing humans coexistence and endangered.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I am. I just forgot which ones I was doing.
Same as me.
that's an A, and that's humans. So humans coexistence for A and B, and then C will say endangered.
Bible act is about.
I would keep, if you guys are writing about endangered, when you get to the fused part, I would put that at the end. That seems like a good way to end that paragraph, is talking about how they're endangered.
I'll be right back. I have to go take medication really quick.
Okay, no problem.
We are her. Her. Turn. L. Turn. ER. Please write it. No, erase that and write it 5 times.
Esther, I think we're hearing some background noise, so go ahead and just mute.
Okay. Yeah, sorry.
That's okay. Let me just check in with you guys. Which one are you working on? I'll start with Esther. Are you still on A or have you moved on to B?
I just finished A.
Just finished A. Perfect. How about you, Emma? Which one are you working on? You're muted.
I'm almost done with A.
Okay, good. And you, Dakota, how's yours going?
I'm still working on A.
Okay, good. Let me know if you guys have any questions or you need help with anything.
I have a question.
Okay.
For B,
Yeah,
and I have humans in existence. Mine on B doesn't have it labeled humans in existence. Do you guys know where you guys have it labeled on yours?
I can check really quick.
Thank
I
you.
think it's like the last two paragraphs. Is that what you guys have?
Okay.
Or the last paragraph on page 122? For sure, the last paragraph, page 122. But there's some in the paragraph right before that too, if you need more.
Thank you.
Okay, you're
Sorry.
welcome. That's okay. I'm gonna look at the paragraphs you guys turned in while you're working since we have a little extra time today. So, but I'm still here. Yeah, let me know if you need anything or have any questions. How's yours coming, Eliana? Are you working on it?
I finished my first paragraph. I just need to finish my second paragraph.
Okay, are you talking about the outline? Like, did you already finish A?
Not
Okay,
yet.
so that's what we're working on. I know you stepped out for a second, so you're working on whatever topic you picked. Let me look. All right, you didn't put it in the chat, but you have your topics listed by Roman numeral 2.
Yes.
Okay, so
Human
you're
behavior and
wait, what did you put?
I put the humans coexistence behavior and endangered.
That's right. Okay. So for the first one, A, you're going to go to Article A, and it is the last paragraph. So it's page 120 of the article that you labeled humans.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and read that on your own and then find at least 3 facts that you want to put in A, the outline for A. Okay, so go ahead and get started on that. Do you have a question, Esther?
I just wanted to tell you I'm done.
With which one? A, B, and C?
Yep.
Wow, good. Okay. So are you ready to do your fuse now?
Yeah.
You can do it. So I recommend for you, since you're doing those human coexistence and endangered, right? That's what you focus
Right.
on. Yeah. So I would start with like 1 through 4, or at least 1 through 3, focusing on humans and their interaction with crabs, kind of keep that
Okay.
together, and then keep the last part of the fused outline about endangered.
Okay. That
Yeah,
makes
and let
sense.
let me know when you're done with your fuse, and then I'll ask you what you got for that.
Got it.
Okay. Esther, I really like your paragraph. I read yours first. I really like it. You've got your objective
Thanks.
and your topic clinchers. I only saw that you accidentally used one banned word,
No.
just one little tiny word, just one little tiny word.
No.
So, and it's the word go. So I'm going to send it back to you. And then once you fix that one word, turn it back into me.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you
Okay.
make sure that I'm the editor? Because I'd have
Yes.
Thank you.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, it came through as I think you
Cause,
can.
'Cause normally I have to like copy and paste it into a new document and then
Oh,
send it back.
you know what? It's because your mom or whoever is sending it in as a PDF.
Oh.
Are you submitting it or is your mom submitting
No,
it?
my mom does that.
Okay. Do you write it on a Word document or do you do it on a Google Doc?
I do it on Google Docs.
Oh my gosh, there's a much easier way to do it. In fact, you can do it yourself, that part. She could do the grammar part because that part you do have to make into a PDF. But um if you do you have time to stay after class just for a couple minutes
I
today?
should.
Because I'll show you how to do it. It's pretty easy. And then
Okay.
that way it can go back to you and you can edit and send it back to me and you
Okay.
don't have to copy and paste because that's a pain. So yeah.
Especially on Google Docs, because my Google
Yeah.
Docs doesn't like me copy and pasting.
Oh yeah. I understand that.
Thanks. I'm
You're
gonna
welcome.
finish
Yeah.
fusing.
Okay. Finish fusing. Let's see. We got Dakota. I'm gonna look at yours really quick too. So Dakota, I was going to ask you something really quick while you're working there. Make sure when you write the source outlines for A, B, and C that you're staying to just the paragraph that talks about that topic. Does that make sense? Because I think that, let me check something. You're not looking at like the whole paper, you're only going to those paragraphs that address that topic that we labeled on the side. So you put habitat, behavior, and endangered. And I think you were going to do humans too, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So for A, like, did you already fill out source A outline? On
Yeah.
what did you focus on like humans and crabs for that one only?
Yeah.
Okay, because I noticed with your first paragraph, you kind of mixed up some facts in there. Because the first paragraph is should be all about the body, but you also mentioned their diet and how they're endangered in the first paragraph. So that's the thing I want to make sure that you understand is that you're focusing on only one topic for that. Like it's hard to explain that over Zoom, but so the facts that you wrote down for A today should be from the paragraph on page 120 only. Is that what you're using for your A? Oh, sorry. Wait, yeah, no, that's right. Page 120. Is that the paragraph you're using for the source A?
I'm using paragraph A for source A for the for my second paragraph.
Okay, are you using the paragraph that starts with man and coconut crab do not coexist well at all?
Yeah.
You're using that paragraph? Okay, that's correct. You got it. That's good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's correct. I just want to make sure. So I'll explain that a little bit more in your Google Classroom later when I'm grading that. But the first paragraph really should have been focused only on the body, like how big they are, how much they weigh, how long their legs are, and how powerful their claws are, their pinchers, things like that. Um, so you can keep it because I don't want you to have to rewrite that whole paragraph, but I just want to make sure on the second paragraph, you've got information from only the articles that have that information in it, so you can keep it to the topic.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm glad you understand. Okay. You can keep working then. And I see your hand there, Esther.
I was oh, I wanted to tell you I'm done.
Okay, you're done with your fused?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And then hold on just a second then. Let me check in with Eliana. Did you
Okay.
have something to say or you have a question?
Yeah, which page is the behavior in endangered?
Um, behavior is in B on Article B. You should have it marked. It's the second paragraph on page 121 is about behavior. There's some information in there about their diet too, so you'll have to not include diet, just focus on their behavior, okay? And then endangered was the other question.
Yeah.
That's in Article C on page 124.
Oh, okay.
That's the paragraph with that. Okay. Yes, Dakota?
Um. Uh. In the article B, I can't find habitat and behavior.
Okay. In Article B, it's going to be actually in the first two paragraphs, but there's also other things in there. So when you're looking for like habitat and behavior, you're going to look for in those first two paragraphs. So I'm looking at page 121, that whole page, it's in there, but you have to hunt for it. So you're looking for things that are going to talk about their behavior, like part way down paragraph 1 on page 121, it says during the day, if you can see that sentence there. During the day, they stay hidden from the heat while resting in a burrow. The crab closes the entrance with one of its claws to keep the climate inside cool and humid. They usually hunt at night. So that information would be about their habitat, like they're digging a hole.
So, so that would be the behavior.
Yeah, that would be habitat, actually.
Okay.
And then the behavior is in the paragraph under that, like there's scavengers. It's talking about their diet, so you got to be careful on that one. You know, now that I'm looking at that, here, let's look at the next page. Oh, so go to page 122 for more about their behavior. They're able to lift up to 30 kilograms. They can climb up a tree, drop a coconut open. So that's what they do. That's kind of their behavior. Pierce holes in the coconuts. So you can use part of that information too. Does that make sense, Dakota?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So for you, Esther, I think because we
Yep.
just have a minute left basically. So what I would do for you is look at your fused. Actually, can you tell me what you have on your fused? Let's just do that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit more complicated because I have a lot of the shapes instead. Uh,
Okay.
so it's human, crab, uh, and then I put an X over a circle and then wrote coexist.
Okay. They don't coexist. Got it.
Yeah, and then humans regret touch and then picture of crab.
Nice. Okay.
And then learn tickle crab belly, crab still
That's to
picture.
get them to release, right? So
Yeah,
you'll remember that. Okay.
yeah. And then delicious, nutritious cooked crab. Cooked is a campfire.
Okay.
And then law protects crabs.
Okay.
And then I put a tiny picture of crab as in baby and soft shell because the babies have soft shells.
Okay. So how does that fit in with, is that part of the endangered part or what is
Yeah,
endangered? So like they could be killed easily. Is
yeah.
that part? Okay. So make sure you tie that part into why
Yeah,
it's
I'll be able
endangered.
to do that once I actually write the
Yeah.
paragraph.
Okay, cool. That sounds good.
And then actually use 7.
Okay.
Tourists eat crabs and sell as pets exotic. The pets and sell is both drawings and so is crab.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's still 3 words.
That's good. So basically the numbers are dwindling because they're keeping them as pets and they're eating them and
Yeah.
yeah, they're killing them. So, okay. Yeah, so as long as you tie all that stuff together in your paragraph. We are out of time, but good job, you guys. Hopefully you got a lot done now, so you have less to do for your homework this week, but your homework is to finish A, B, and C and fused, grouping together similar facts so that it flows in your paragraph. Then you'll write your second paragraph. And don't forget about the checklist. Make sure you use your checklist, and there's that topic clincher is on there. So don't forget about that topic clincher. You're going to highlight words in your first sentence and your last sentence of the paragraph that repeat or reflect. So I think I'm going to stay on for a second with Esther. Were you going to stay on? Okay. So the rest of you, I'll see you next week. Good job today, you guys.
Thank
Have a good
you.
week. You're welcome. Bye, you guys.